There was a creature in ancient Greece whose gaze could turn a living human being into stone. Her name was Medusa. Serpents moved through her hair. Her eyes carried a deadly power. One direct look, and a person could become stone. But there was something unusual about Medusa. She was mortal. Her two sisters, Stheno and Euryale, were immortal, and that single difference would eventually seal Medusa's fate. Because if Medusa could die, someone could kill her. But there was a problem. How do you kill a creature you cannot even look at? That was the impossible mission given to Perseus, a young hero sent to bring back the head of Medusa. He would need the help of the gods. He would need powerful weapons. He would need wisdom. And above all, he would need a way to see Medusa without looking directly into her eyes, because one mistake would turn him to stone. This is how Perseus killed Medusa. Perseus was the son of Zeus and Danae. He had grown into a young man, strong, brave, and determined to protect his mother. But there was a powerful man who wanted Danae for himself. His name was Polydectes, the king of Seriphos. Polydectes wanted Danae, but Perseus stood in his way. So the king devised a plan. He would send Perseus on a mission so dangerous that he expected the young hero would never return. Polydectes demanded a gift, and Perseus, determined to prove himself, promised to bring back whatever the king requested. Then came the command, "Bring me the head of Medusa." Perseus had heard the stories. Everyone had. Medusa was one of the three Gorgons. But unlike her sisters, she was mortal. Stheno was immortal. Euryale was immortal. Medusa was not. Polydectes believed that distinction would not matter, because even a mortal Gorgon was still a Gorgon, and no ordinary man could look at Medusa and survive. Perseus accepted the mission anyway, but courage alone would not be enough. Perseus needed help, and one of the most important figures who would guide him was Athena. But Athena already knew Medusa. She was the goddess who had cursed her, transforming her into the Gorgon the world came to fear. Now, Athena would help Perseus defeat her. Athena understood that Perseus could never defeat Medusa by fighting her directly. He needed strategy. He needed to avoid her gaze. So Athena gave Perseus something that would become essential: polished bronze shield. Its surface was so reflective that Perseus could use it like a mirror. He would not have to look directly at Medusa. He could see her reflection instead. Hermes also came to Perseus' aid. The gods provided him with powerful equipment, weapons that no ordinary mortal could easily obtain. He received a sword, sharp enough to sever Medusa's head. He received winged sandals, allowing him to travel swiftly through the air. He was given a special bag, known as the kibisis, in which Medusa's head could be safely placed. And Perseus received another extraordinary object, the cap of invisibility, a helmet associated with Hades, which could make its wearer impossible to see. Perseus now had weapons. He had protection. He had a way to escape. And most importantly, he had Athena's polished shield. But there was still one problem. He didn't know where the Gorgons lived. So Perseus began searching for someone who could tell him. His search eventually led him to three strange sisters, the Gree. They were ancient beings who shared a single eye and a single tooth between them. They knew secrets that few mortals knew, including the location of the Gorgons. Perseus watched them carefully. He waited for his opportunity, and when the sisters passed their single eye from one to another, Perseus seized it. Suddenly, the three sisters could not see. They were helpless. Perseus demanded the information he needed. Where were the Gorgons? Where did they sleep? How could he reach them? Eventually, the Gree revealed the path. Perseus now knew where to go. He knew where Medusa was hiding, but knowing where the Gorgons lived was one thing, surviving them was another. Perseus traveled toward the distant land where the Gorgons lived. The farther he went, the more isolated the world became. No crowds, no soldiers, no ordinary travelers, only silence and the knowledge that somewhere ahead, 3 Gorgons were waiting: Stheno, Euryale, and Medusa. Perseus knew the danger. Stheno was immortal, Euryale was immortal, and if either of them woke, he could find himself trapped between 2 creatures he could not kill. But Medusa was mortal. She was the target. Eventually, Perseus reached the place where the Gorgons slept, and there he saw her, Medusa. She was asleep. Her serpents rested around her head. Her sisters were nearby. Perseus stopped. This was the moment he had traveled so far to reach. One wrong movement, and he would die. He could not look directly at her, not even for a second. Perseus raised Athena's polished bronze shield. He did not look at Medusa herself. Instead, he watched the reflection on the shield. There she was. Medusa, the creature whose gaze could turn him to stone, was now visible without him meeting her eyes. Perseus moved slowly. One step, then another. His sword remained ready. The serpents around Medusa's head shifted. Perseus froze. He waited, then continued. He could hear his own breathing, his heart pounding. The immortal sisters remained asleep. Medusa remained unaware. Perseus carefully positioned himself. He kept his eyes fixed on the reflection, never directly on her face. His hand tightened around his sword. He raised the blade, and then he struck. The blade came down. Medusa's head was severed from her body. The impossible had happened. Medusa was dead. The only mortal Gorgon had been killed, but Perseus had no time to celebrate, because something extraordinary happened the moment Medusa died. From her body came Pegasus, the magnificent winged horse, and Chrysaor, powerful figure born from Medusa's death. But Perseus knew he was still in danger. Medusa's sisters had awakened. Stheno, Euryale, the immortal Gorgons searched for the one who had killed their sister. They wanted revenge. Perseus quickly placed Medusa's head inside the magical bag. Then, he used the cap of invisibility. He disappeared from their sight. The sisters searched. They screamed. They chased the invisible killer, but they could not find him. Perseus escaped. He had entered the lair of the Gorgons and walked out alive, but he was carrying something far more dangerous than a sword. He was carrying Medusa's head. Perseus had killed Medusa, but he had not destroyed her power. Her head still possessed the terrible ability of the Gorgon's gaze. Anyone who looked directly at it could still be turned to stone, and Perseus would soon discover just how useful and dangerous that power could be.